Hey guys, this is Arnold98, and let's go back to the second Transformers movie, Revenge of the Fallen. And here is Ravage and Scalpel. This is my first time doing this. This is technically two videos in one. Two review videos and also two tutorial videos, so that's actually four videos in one, because I knew if I did everything separately, I didn't want it to take up space on my channel, and the videos would be pretty short for each four of them, so yeah. Ravage here is not new at all. I have had him for at least like 2 years, and yeah, strangely enough, I haven't done a video on him for some reason. And Scalpel here, on the other hand, is completely new, and just like Quintessa, he was a last-minute build for Brick Fair, and he was seen there, but I don't think I got him on the video, which no one noticed. Anyways, let's start with Ravage first. And here's Ravage, Soundwave's evil kitty cat in his re-entry mode. The toys kind of do this. He kind of like balls up. This is kind of his form when he gets shot down to Earth by Soundwave to steal like the Allspark shard. But yeah, it could be whatever you want it to be. But yeah, actually, Ravage here is I made him a long time ago, like back in 2015, I would say, towards the spring. And yeah, I made him to go with the Revenge of the Fallen Soundwave, the satellite. And unfortunately, I don't have Soundwave anymore, so it's just Ravage. And the cool thing is, Ravage is probably my longest Transformer I had built, like, together, since I originally took his picture, because I know a lot of my older Transformers have been built, taken apart, and rebuilt, but this guy is mostly there in one piece, though some things have changed. Anyways, let's get to his main mode. This is kind of like a weird fan mode. I tried to copy what I did in my Flickr pictures with him. I rotate the legs. These will be his hind legs. You fold these out. These will be his back cannons. And then you take the tail. Oh, whoops. And you flip them under. Yeah, just see the bottom. There's not much going on. This is just a black blob, to be honest. You rotate the head around and take the tail and you fold it back. And then you take the front legs, just kind of unfurl them. And then you just get him to stand on all fours. And here's Ravage in his robot mode, his main mode. Then you got most of the details down. He has his back cannons, his four legs, his tail, and his head. Yeah, you get the Cyclops eye with it's kind of a mouth down here. I had trouble making that at this scale, but this design's like pretty old, so I could probably redo him much better. And yeah, Ravage has been around in most of my vlogs back then. Not recently, because I wanted to feature some of my new Transformers in them, because I always have like some kind of lineup. And yeah, he's pretty cool. He's pretty posable. Most of these joints are also for transformation. And just the tail and the hind legs. And the front legs, a lot of posability, and he's a pretty cool guy. Shame I don't have Soundwave around anymore. And then let's bring in some size comparisons. First we got a minifigure. He's obviously bigger than minifigure scale. And then we have the Legends Ravage from the Hunt for the Decepticons line, which is a pretty cool toy, and I got this toy way after I built this guy, so I couldn't take inspiration from this. But they're roughly the same size. Lego Ravage is a bit bigger. And let's bring in another Transformer. Here we have a Bumblebee. And yes, we all know what happens to Ravage in the movie. Quite unfortunate. And yeah, this should be it for Ravage. He's a pretty cool build, even though he's pretty old, and yeah. And next up we have a Scalpel, or the Doctor, as he is called. And yeah, here's his microscope mode, much bigger than minifigure scale, obviously, and it's a pretty cool mode, pretty unique for a Transformer. Well, I know G1 Perceptor was a microscope too, but I'm not sure if this is entirely accurate. See the two lenses, and you can see the little tray where you put the specimens, and it's pretty kind of square base. And here's the bottom. You probably know what's going on here, and yeah, not much to it. And it's definitely bigger than minifigure scale. And now for the transformation. The transformation is based off, kind of similar to the Scout class toy, which I do not own because I heard that thing has problems with like the ball joints cracking right out of the package. And yeah, it definitely follows that, and it's very simple. First you gotta do, come behind here and take these out. These will become his little arms, and take the microscope lens, rotate it 180, and there's his face. And come underneath, you actually just on this hinge here, these two parts will come out like this. And just like the toy, these are uneven, so you gotta push this section back so they're kind of lined up, because they have to be offset in order to fit in vehicle mode, or microscope mode, not on vehicle. There you go. Here is his robot mode. Very nice. Very like a very dynamic look compared to his very compact microscope. And yeah, he's love the face right here, the lenses. Unfortunately, I couldn't get his antenna in, and he has his two hands, so he can't really hold stuff with them. And you see he has 8 legs, like some kind of spider. They can be posed individually, but I try not. It's a bit annoying to get them lined back up. And yeah, not much to him. He's a little bug guy. He obviously is not to scale to the rest of my Transformers, or to a minifigure, or even Ravage here. In the movie, Scapel comes out of Ravage's chest, and obviously the scale is definitely off here. And yeah, overall, I really enjoy how Scapel turned out. He looks, he changes quite a lot from microscope to robot mode. And now for Ravage's kind of instruction tutorial video. Yeah, I'm just gonna strip him down to his pieces, and trying to figure a way to put him back together. First, you gotta take his tail, not his spine, but it's on this hinge. This is an illegal like connection, but I don't know why I did that. And here's his tail, has like a spike thing on it, and yeah, one of these pieces. Lots of small like black like hinges and like small clips and whatever. There's his tail, and coming on, I think I'll take off his front here. And this is his head. It's held in by use 3 of these arms. This one's kind of stuck in place. It takes a lot of force to get that out. And here's his head. Like my other Transformers, it is held in place by a Travis brick. And yeah, his little ears and his big single eye. And here's his body. The cool part is this part here, his leg assembly. It's held in place by one of these handlebars connected to a clip, and there's a whole assembly. I know I use a lot of these pieces on him, and I hope you can see all the parts using this clearly. Take that off. Just gonna break this one down so you can see clearly. Poor Ravage. He wasn't taken apart that bad when Bumblebee got him. Yep, and this is pretty much the parts for his one of his front legs. And for the back legs, you take these sections off. These are his big cannons on his back, which is interesting. Once again, I used 2 more of these clips here. And this part here is actually a flick fire missile attached to a cylinder. And here's the other side. It's pretty much the same. And finally, his hind legs. You see 2 more Travis bricks here. You can see them very clearly. And there's his hind legs. And actually, cool thing is that this part here is actually one of these pieces. I know they use them as flick fire missile holders on some Lego sets, minus the stud attached here. And here's his foot, and here's a little spike on the back of his foot he has. And here's the other foot, so you can see the whole complete assembly. Yeah, and there's Ravage all in pieces. I really hope you can see everything clearly. I know some parts have to be mirrored, like I didn't take everything apart completely yet. But there you go. Hope this is a very good tutorial. And here, let's get to Scapel's little tutorial. First of all, I take his head off. It's on this little plate here. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize I used one of these with a hole in it, but a regular side should work fine. Coming to his face, it's on this clip, and this binocular piece, I use one of the flat 1x1s. Come on. Yeah. Just cut my fingernails. And on top of a 1x1 orange one to better represent how his eyes looked in the movie. And the back, the view piece of the microscope. And also now to his body, this whole section here is his tiny arms, which are the little clips attached to the T-bar, and this 1x1 plate. And his main body is fairly simple. Taking this off, this is how his legs are held in place. One of these bars and 4 droid arms, one for each side. And this section that holds all this together, yep, you use one of these brackets. And this black piece holds the legs in place like you see over here. Just breaking that down. And then you see this part, this clip here. All this is whole section here. Take it off. This section was built similar to what you see here, so it's pretty much the same thing, just mirrored. And here is his main body. The clips that hold the whole side sections come into here. And you see one of these Travis bricks. And this little plate section is kind of like the microscope base. So 1x2 plate. And there you go. Here's a scalpel all taken apart. He decided to dissect himself. And yeah, if you need help with transformation back into microscope mode, I think you just pretty much watch what I did at the beginning, just in reverse. It is really simple, and I'm pretty sure no one should have any problems, unlike people did with the mohawk, which I understand is a really tricky transformation.